Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, or welcome if this is your first time here. Today's video is a Q&A to get to know me a little better. But before we get started, don't forget to hit the subscribe button. Also hit the bell notification button to be notified of when I have new videos that come out. Over on Instagram a few weeks ago now, I asked for y'all to ask me questions so that I could put this Q&A together for you. So without any further ado, let's get into the questions. So I was very surprised. I got tons of questions because I'm fairly new to YouTube. And so I picked out 10 of the most asked questions and combined some of the questions so that I could answer the majority of them. So I just have my sheet of paper here, so that's what I'm looking down on to see what the question is, and then I'll answer it. I've kind of looked at these questions, but for the most part, they are just going to be answered off the cuff. So no scripted answers here. Okay, so question number one, what is my favorite food that I make? And I would have to say it's either salsa or a pico, or it's all Mexican, or there is a Mexican rice casserole that I make. It's actually a Pioneer Woman recipe, but it's so delicious. Number two, what is my favorite memory? And I have to say that I have several. One of my favorite memories is my honeymoon when Jason and I went to Jamaica. It was like so wonderful. We did tons of fun things, excursions. It was the first time that we flew in an airplane, so I think, yeah, it was. So it was just like we had so much fun on the beach and laying out at the pool all day. It was just so much fun. We can't wait to go back. We were actually going to go back on our 10th anniversary, but I was pregnant at the time and I did not want to go while I was pregnant, so we're putting that off a little bit. Number three, my favorite date. Okay, this one has several parts to it, so I'm just going to start at the beginning. So favorite date. My favorite date is when Jason and I go to Bonefish Grill, just a basic restaurant, but we go every year on our anniversary, and we've done it every year since our first year anniversary. And we've been to different ones. We've been to several in different states, and it's just so much fun, and the food is always so yummy. How you met. So originally this Q&A was going to be done as a couple. Jason and I were both going to do it, but we just never could get our schedules together. So that's why I decided to go ahead and do it now, because I had been sitting on these questions for several weeks, and I finally decided that I just needed to go ahead with them. So how you met. We met when I was probably, well, a teenager, definitely early teenager. He is one of my older brother's friends, and so we met through him in just passing and stuff, and several years after we met is when we started dating. Worst meal each other ever made. Well, the one that sticks out to me was one that I made before we had kids. We had been married, I think, for a year or two, or maybe we weren't married yet, and it was just something I made. Yeah, I think we were dating when I made it, but it was a Paula Deen recipe, and I don't know, I did something wrong or something, or I don't know what I did, and I can't even really remember the recipe. I'll have to ask him what it was, but I just remember we were like on a Food Network kick, and we would get recipes from all the different shows on there. And I want to say it was like a soup or some kind of casserole or something, but it was not good at all. And it was because, did I burn it? No, there was another recipe that I tried to cook. Dumplings, some drop dumplings that you have a broth, and then you mix up a mix to make the dumplings, and you drop them in. I think I burned them. I let them cook too long or something. So there's been a couple times I cooked something that wasn't edible. But the worst meal each other. So which one did he make? I'm trying to think, and I really can't remember something that he made that was terrible. If he made something that was terrible, I remember it being not because he did something wrong in the recipe, just because it wasn't a recipe that I liked, or like a type of meal. Like, he'll try different things and I will try it also, but it might be something I don't particularly care for, if that makes any sense. Number 4, why did you start a YouTube channel? So Jason and I actually both started our own individual YouTube channels in May of 2020, and they're both completely different. I'll link his down below if you would like to check it out. But anyways, we started because it was during COVID and we were spending a lot of time at home. We didn't have as much work to do from home. And so I don't know if I would say we were bored and wanted to try something. I think we just wanted to be creative and do something new, and it was exciting for us. So we just kind of started. I know our boys used to watch tons of YouTube channels where kids were playing with toys or games, and it sparked their interest. And so I guess because it sparked their interest, we were getting into it also. I don't know, but we both started. We both currently still do our YouTube channels. We're not very big right now because it's really sometimes hard to incorporate YouTube life into everyday life and real life. And so if you are a fellow YouTuber, you know what I'm talking about. If you are a stay-at-home mom or a working mom, it's sometimes hard. But anyways, that kind of puts me into question number 5, and this is, what motivates you to work hard? And of course, our children are who motivates us to work hard and what motivates us to work hard. But I just feel so much more accomplished and productive when I'm doing something and completing something and working on something. So YouTube really helps me to feel accomplished and productive, even if I'm not earning any income from YouTube right now. It still makes me feel productive and accomplished because I'm working on a product and an activity, if you want to call it that, that I enjoy doing. Number 6, what's been your most embarrassing moment? Let's see. Of course, I have a lot. And so it's just, which one am I going to share with you guys? One that was embarrassing, an embarrassing moment, had to be when Jason and I went to St. Louis for a trip. We visited Union Station, and I just remember I had these very pretty, very cool looking wedges on, and they were like super high. This is before I had kids, and I could walk in these things, but they were, I think they were American Eagle, but they were these big sandal wedges. I'm talking huge. And I was walking down a flight of stairs and my ankle turned, of course, and I fell down in front of everyone. I don't think there were like a ton of people there, but it was pretty embarrassing. And what else have I done that's embarrassing? Of course, I have all the mom embarrassing moments, like when your first kid that you ever had throws up in the grocery store, and it's just like, okay, I gotta leave my whole basket of groceries because I gotta get my kid out of here. And he threw up everywhere. We were in Kroger. It was Aiden. It was my first kid, and he was younger than 3 because he was sitting like in the basket seat, like in the seat of the cart, and he just vomited everywhere. And so that was kind of embarrassing because I was like, I don't know. I told someone saw when it happened, but I was kind of like, do I clean this up or like what do I do? So I had to leave my groceries. The sweet lady in the bakery said that she would get it. It was not a problem. And so I just took Aiden out and ended up taking him to the doctor. You know, now I'm on my third child where I'd probably just be like, clean it up and carry on. I don't know. But anyways, some of those first mom experiences are kind of embarrassing. Number 7, how do you balance your day with YouTube? I love this question because I come back to this question myself all the time. And here lately, I think I've been rocking it, and how I've been balancing everything is I will make a list of things I have to do for about 3 or 4 days in a row. And not to overwhelm me, like I'll stack the papers. It's like a notepad, and then I write down on one page, flip over the page, and write the other. But anyway, so I'll have everything lined out, and then I will try to hit everything on that list, and I make it attainable. I don't want to write a list out that I know I'm just not going to be able to do in that day, so that if I do get everything finished on the list, then I can add more to it. And then if I don't get everything on the list, and usually I do, there's just maybe one thing that I don't get done, and I'll move it to the next day. Or like there was one day this week, I guess it was yesterday, there was something, oh, I couldn't record this video. So this video was on my list to do yesterday, and I just couldn't get around to doing it because I needed to have a quiet environment and good lighting and this and that, and I just couldn't get it done yesterday. And so I replaced it with yard work. We ended up mowing the front yard, and so it was super hot outside. That's a different story. We didn't finish all of it. But anyways, so the question again, how do you balance your day with YouTube? And besides just making a schedule or a list of things to do, I just kind of balance it by doing a little YouTube and then doing household stuff, which uniquely my YouTube channel is about homemaking. So a lot of times, as long as I have time to set up a camera and the camera follow me around, I can get a lot of stuff done simultaneously. And so that is a good thing about my channel. If it's a normal day, then I'll just do a little bit of YouTube, a little bit of house stuff, or taking care of the kids, or running them here and there. I just kind of like sprinkle out through the day and change it up, because so far I'm not the best at saying, okay, well, this day at this time I need to be doing this. Because with kids, if I set a time, let's say at 10 a.m. to do YouTube, then at 10 a.m. most likely Jack's gonna be in a bad mood, or he needs me for something, and so I won't be able to do YouTube. So I just kind of have to work with it and adjust my schedule. So I just know that at some point I need to do A, B, and C, if any of that makes sense. Number 8, did you always want to be a mom? And the answer to this is yes. I feel like I've always wanted to be a mom. I do know when I was a teenager, like mid-teen up to higher teens, that I didn't really care for kids that much, to be honest. I never really, I mean, I don't know. I was just doing my own thing. I was a teenager, just doing my own thing. But once I got married, I got married in my early 20s, and then my mid to later 20s is when I started having children. Number 9, what are your favorite activities to do with your family? And one of my most favorite activities to do is going picking. So we have a local orchard that's not too far from our house, and we'll go pick apples and peaches, pumpkins, which that's at a pumpkin patch at a different place. But we have one orchard we always visit for peaches, apples, strawberries, and then this year we actually picked blackberries, so that was really fun. And those are some of my favorite activities, and just doing anything with them, anything fun, and I don't know, just Now I can't think of anything, but that's my most favorite. And number 10, what is your favorite tradition that you have as a family? And we have tons of traditions, and of course, Christmas is a big tradition, opening up presents in the morning. I love seeing the kids' faces and them getting everything they want for it. Also, just everything we do around holidays. We try to make holidays and different special occasions fun and exciting, and so we'll just do different little activities. And like around Halloween, we'll go pumpkin picking and we'll paint pumpkins or carve. I think mostly we've carved pumpkins, but you know what I mean. Like, we just do all the fun activities that you do around holidays, and just all those traditions are my favorite. I get the kids Christmas pajamas, and they'll wear their Christmas pajamas the night before they go to bed, and we'll do all those kind of traditions. And then Christmas, I would say around Christmas time is my favorite tradition. So I hope you guys enjoyed today's video, the Q&A question, the questions and answers that I did for you guys. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up, and also subscribe to my channel and hit the bell notification button so you will know when I have new videos out. And I will see you in my next video. Bye.
I wanna do it all with you by my side. If you're in, meet me here tonight. Be brave and come along, I'll be your ride.